Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Blue, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's open it and let's wake up the football gods this morning. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I'm getting a late start today. I am getting a late start today. It is Saturday afternoon, and we've got to go through the news of the Dallas Cowboys. And, of course, there's not a whole lot of news directly about the Dallas Cowboys. There's more indirect news on the Dallas Cowboys. Interesting thing. Forgive me. This is a pipe dream. I know that we're expecting Stephen Jones to change his spots. But a leopard does not change his spots. So when I say it's a pipe dream, it's a crack pipe dream, okay? I get that. But let me at least dream, okay? Let me at least have a fantasy that the Dallas Cowboys actually push the chips in and actually try and do something. And let me at least have a conspiracy theory here, okay? Because when I got up this morning, I'm looking at the Twitter. I was looking, of course, for the da-da-dunt, damn Gina, or the Cam updates. Didn't have any. But what I did see was almost 6,000 tweets of Bobby Wagner. Interestingly enough, Baltimore is a buzz. Baltimore is going crazy and saying today would be a great day to sign Bobby Wagner. This weekend would be a great way to sign Bobby Wagner. And he visited yesterday, much like he did 2 days before. He visited the Rams. But he left yesterday. He left. Could it be that he left, went home to mull it over, think about it, figure out what the offer is from the Rams, contemplate the two of them? Could be. Could be that he has other visits planned. And here's my conspiracy theory here on this. Here's the thing that the Dallas Cowboys have, hypothetically, if they want to get him. Okay, let's deal with all of the hypotheticals, first of all. Stephen Jones is a deal guy. He don't want to buy nothing unless he can feel like he's got a deal or a bargain. You know that. That's why he feels good when he said, the punter, it's going to be too expensive to bring him back, But then he gets him for $1.5 million for this year. That's a bargain. Van Der Esch, I don't want to sign the 5th-year option or give him a long-term deal. We got him back for $3 million this year. It's not that it actually hurts him or the team. It's just that satisfaction of knowing that I got over on you. It's a power trip. It's not about winning. It's about the control that they have. See, Amari Cooper, it wasn't about the money as much as it was we control and have power over you. That's why you ended up doing what you did. You didn't mind devaluing him and saying that he gave up and, releasing the media dogs and saying that he didn't block the last 2 plays of the game, and that's why we lost. But yet we don't think about the 3 penalties from Randy Gregory or, especially the late one where he tackled an offensive lineman when it was 3rd down and we need to get the ball back. We didn't do that. It became personal. I'm going to send you to Cleveland with Baker Mayfield, thinking he was sending you to the Russian gulag, Siberia. Just ended up, didn't quite work out the way he thought because they traded, somehow Deshaun Watson ends up there. I still am mystified that he'd want to go to Cleveland because Cleveland is like the Bermuda Triangle when it comes to quarterbacks. Quarterbacks go in and somehow their careers disappear. There's 2 of those. There's another one in Washington, but just saying. It's about the deal. So hypothetically, let's put together the pieces here. Bobby Wagner is his own agent. He puts his trust in himself. He invests in himself. He's going to do what's best for himself. You got that part, right? So it's not the backroom deals that are being made by an agent or anything like that. It's going to be Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner, we know, has a relationship, a strong relationship with Dan Quinn. He can easily pick up the phone with Dan and say, Dan, hey, went over and visited the Rams. It's where I'm from, L.A. It's a nice facility. They definitely have another need because of losing Von Miller, Super Bowl champions. Here's what they offered me. Dan, I went to Baltimore. Baltimore, it's not L.A., but they do have the crab cakes. I do like crab cakes. They definitely are showing me love, and they're a team that has done a bunch of winning. And they've made some moves in free agency that say, hey, we're a winner. And here's, what they're offering me. See, Dan Quinn can be the wild card negotiator. And see, we know what the Cowboys like to do. The Dallas Cowboys, I don't think know how to negotiate. I don't think they know how to figure out value pricing. Because whenever they've had to go through and set a contract, they always pay too much. You can look at that from Tony Romo's. You can look at that from Marion Barber. How do you give Marion Barber, who wasn't even a full-time starter, a $45 million contract back in like 2007? $45 million for running back. And they didn't learn from that mistake. They did the same thing with Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott, by far the biggest cap hit as a running back that's getting older. They make those mistakes on receivers. They did with Dez. They did with Amari. They don't know how to get what the right price is, which is why Stephen Jones goes for value picks. Because, if I happen to overpay, a value pick and I pay him $3.5 million versus $2 million, it's not as big as when I make a $100 million contract for a wide receiver. So what do? Free agency, they let the big players go out there, test the markets, come back to me with what you find on the streets, and we'll see what we can do. That's what they did with Randy Gregory in Denver. Hey, I got a $75 million deal here. Hey, Randy, come on back. Come on back, Randy. We'll match it. We'll match it with just one minor little difference, and got caught in it. What did they do with Amari Cooper before they signed him on this deal? He went to Washington, actually had a better deal. Then they came back and said, okay, that's Washington. They got the crappy stadium. They're not the Dallas Cowboys. Here's what we can do. You follow me? Jaron Curse. We're going to lowball you. Then you can see what's out there in free agency. And then you can come back. This could be the Dallas Cowboys' way that they're going to play this. Because they have the benefit of having a guy who's close to Bobby Wagner. And there's no agent to deal with. Dan Quinn could be whispering in his ear and saying, hey, I got you, Bobby. You go out there, you check out the other things, and just come back to us. Before you sign on the dotted line, come back to us, and let's see what we can do together. I know you, you know me. I trust you, you trust me. And I need you because I want to win. That's the sales pitch that I would think should be going on with the Dallas Cowboys. I think that's what should be going on. Now, I don't know what's actually going on. If I were the GM, if I were the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, that's what I would do. Stephen Jones wants to say, hey, I got a bargain, I didn't pay too much. You find out what the market value is. He's already said it's about winning. So that's where you look at it and say, this is common ground for both of us. And see, what is winning worth? What is winning worth? You know, when I look over here and I see this piece that I've made right here, the Fight Faith finish, having spent the money that I did to get the correct machine, that can go through and cut that out to the details and things that I need. It's not about what it costs. It's about what it can produce. And that's the problem with Stephen Jones. He always looks at the bottom line of how much money is this going to cost. And he misses the point. It's not what it's going to cost. It's what is it going to produce. And when you can figure that out, you will be a success in business. Because scared money don't make money. If I said, you know what, I'm not going to buy that machine. I'm going to buy a cheap one. Guess what? The one I was originally looking at, to do that would take it all day. The one I got can do it in about an hour and a half. It can do it faster. It can do it better. It can run longer. It can do everything that I need it to do. Everything. Because I spent money to get something that works. And that's where I still, in the back of my head, I know I'm a delusion. I know I'm crazy. I know it's crazy to think that the Dallas Cowboys would go all in on a draft pick. On a free agent. The only ones that they actually have, there's been two. There's been two in Stephen Jones's tenure. Brandon Carr and Greg Hardy. And in that tenure, what have we done? At some points you have to look in the mirror and say, what I'm doing is not working. I got to change what we are doing to get a different result. I hope, pray, because that move alone would turn the whole pace, the whole narrative of the Dallas Cowboys offseason, where guys on the fan, the national media, everybody is saying your offseason has been a failure. The pulse of Dallas Cowboy fans is just about as low as it gets. This move would be a move that would turn that all around. So before I get on to the cow turd here, I have to say thank you guys. Oh, my God. When I came up with the idea was it Sunday last week? And we'll be doing our live stream tomorrow. It'll be the Cowboys vent session again. If you are a channel member, you can be part of the Zoom in call on there. So that way you can comment on everything that's going on and so on. But if not, you can, of course, be part of the live stream. And we've had a great time with that. We've kind of consoled each other, cried together, and everything about what's going on. We've cussed, of course, at Baby Nuts, Stephen Jones, the Cat Boy. But next weekend, a week from today, we'll be in Chantilly, Virginia for the autograph signing show. There'll be, Dak will be there, Zeke, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Alvin Harper, Marion Barber, Randy White, Drew Pearson, Michael Irving, tons and tons of them will be there. Only thing is the autographs are not cheap. So we're going to be selective. We're going to see CD. We'll probably see the playmaker, and we're definitely going to be seeing Dak. And so I thought about doing for Dak's charity, because mental health, cancer has touched all of us. Trying to do a little bit of a fundraiser to help raise funds for his charity. And I was just thinking, man, it would be nice if I could go through with the autograph signing show and I can say, Dak, we have $1,000 raised from the Joe Boo Sports fans for your charity. And I was like, I hope I can raise $1,000. I got to say, shout out to you guys because we have not even been doing it a week, and we have raised $2,300. $2,300. And I can't thank everybody enough. What we're going to be doing is, over here, this plaque that I have, I'm making 2 of these. I got to finish painting them and getting them ready. One of these, all the names, and I hope all of them are going to fit on there, we're going to engrave in the back of it. Everybody who did a donation to the GoFundMe, your name is going to be engraved on the back of them. And so I think I need probably everybody done by, say, Thursday night so I can put it in on Friday. We're going to give that to Dak, along with the check for the proceeds. Also, the second one, we're going to go ahead and get autographed. And that one, everybody who ended up supporting it, we're going to put your name and do a drawing, and that will end up with one of you guys. That's my way of trying to get back. I wish I could get everybody an autograph of Dak Prescott who donated, but unfortunately at $250 a whack, I can't quite afford that. But shout out to you guys for helping. If you do want to be part of it, if you go to the community tab, the link is right there for the GoFundMe for that. And we're getting, today the big check will be here. I got a big check that we'll end up writing and stuff and presenting to him. So it'll be something that will definitely be fun next week. All right. Just when you thought the Dak versus Wentz, the Dak Prescott versus Carson Wentz was over, Colin Cowherd, who will just not let it go, still believes that Carson Wentz is the guy. Let's go through with his way too early predictions for the 22-23 season.
NFL free agency predictions. I'm not going to do records. I'm not going to do playoffs. But my feeling today is Buffalo was the best team easily in that division. They add Von Miller to protect leads late in the game from the edge. They're still the best team. I think Miami just simply has far better playmakers than New England. Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, Tyreek Hill, Mike Gesicki, they got better players. I don't understand what New England's doing. I just don't get it. I don't get it. They're not paying Mac Jones. Who are you paying? I think they're third. They're a non-playoff team for me. And the Jets, I'll believe it when I see it. I think in the West and the AFC, people are spending a lot of time paying attention to Russell Wilson. You should. DJ Jones and Randy Gregory and added to Bradley Chubb is an unbelievable front if they're healthy. That is really, really stout. So I have them winning the division. Even without Tyreek Hill, I picked Denver. With Tyreek Hill, I picked Denver to win it. I think Kansas City will still be viable. I think the Chiefs and the Chargers, it'll come down to the end of the year when they play each other. Probably in week 16 or 17, they'll play each other. Whoever wins gets second. Whoever doesn't gets third. And I put the Raiders in fourth, but I think they're going to be a real viable team. I mean, again, this division is, you could have 4 playoff teams. So I don't think that's ever happened. It could happen here. In the AFC North, again, the only reason I put the Browns fourth, I don't think Deshaun plays in September. And I think if you go 1-3 in this division, 0-4, 1-3, if he doesn't play for 5 or 6 weeks, it's hard to overcome. Bengals, Ravens, Steelers. Listen, Joe Burrow has a better O-line and better protection. He got to a Super Bowl being sacked 70 times. Benefit of the doubt. I love him. I love his weapons. I like Zach Taylor. I'll give them the division. I got the Colts with Matt Ryan over the Titans. Again, I don't think either team's great. They both feel 10-7. I do think Robert Woods to Tennessee was a really good fit. He is the best run-blocking receiver in the league. It's a physical football team. All Mike Vrabel teams are physical. He's a really physical receiver. But I like Matt Ryan. I know he's old, but he was never young. To me, I have them winning the division. In the NFC, I'll throw it out.
There we go.
Listen, do we like anybody? Dallas is not the same team today. So even with their weapons last year, they disappointed you because of Mike McCarthy. Well, he didn't go anywhere. Carson Wentz, I think, adds wins. Remember, Washington lost a lot of one-possession games, and they were really bad at quarterback. They'll be way better at quarterback. And I think Dallas, Philly, and the Giants are non-playoff teams. I'll take the Rams, although I will say this. They're probably not going to have quite the pass rush. Don't be shocked if they make a move. They may draft it, trading deadline. Von Miller was really big for them.
Interesting, isn't it?
And Aaron Donald's a year older. So I like him a lot. I do think Trey Lance can play. I do. And I love the coach. And I like their offensive personnel. Have to upgrade in the draft, the O-line. But I think.
We'll end it there because we can only take so much of Colin Cowherd. But that Carson Wentz will be the difference maker for Washington, that they've got a great upgrade. This is setting us up for the whole Dak versus Wentz conversation to come back around. We just feel it. We just feel it. Colin Cowherd is still going to be using his same old battle cry that Carson Wentz has got the Hall of Fame pedigree, as they sometimes like to call it, and that he's got the bigger arm, that he's a Ferrari, and Dak is, well, basically, what was it, a Ford Bronco? I don't know, but something like that. But here we go. And as always, I appreciate all of you great people. Time for me to get to work. Got a lot of work to do and stuff to get ready for the show next weekend, as well as a lot of different pieces that we're doing in the workshop. So with that being said, you know the time.
Our Coach here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the show for the Sports Report.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is